operating theatre and might die. In any case, I'm not sure there's anything I could say that would help you. Let's just hope she gets through the next few hours.
And if she doesn't?
Then Mrs. Keene would have lost a husband and a daughter, and you would be charged with murder.
Okay, now cut the chatter, and we won't go on with it.
Oh, beauty girls would have to work today.
Instead, we'll all get the mops and buckets out and clean the prison from top to bottom. Right, now, Desmond, Young, Murray and Mitchell are in the kitchen, so be nice to them or you won't get a decent meal.
Oh, Joe.
How come you're on kitchen duties?
You're on garden duty.
I put my name down for it last night.
Oh, any particular reason?
No, I just wanted to change, that's all.
Hey, Mr. C, any news on Murray Winter? Have they got her back yet?
No, not yet, but don't worry, they will.
Yeah, just as long as they don't bring her back here, that's all I care about.
I doubt it. Now, can we get on with this mustard, please?
Yeah, go for it, Mr. C.
Right, Brodie, Farrer, Turner, Bryant, Warren and Brent are in the laundry. A new prisoner will be joining you later, name of Baker.
Baker? You've got to be kidding. She's a flaming nutcase.
Come on, give her a chance, will you?
Give her a chance. Have you read the papers? She cuts people up into pandy little bite-sized pieces
Right,
and she
that is
buries
not-
them all over the backyard. I know you're supposed to spread yourself around, but that's fucking ridiculous.
Believe it or not,
yourself
ladies,
together.
believe it or not, that completes the muster. And you've got 10 minutes to get to your work areas. And that means everybody. Oh, no, hang about. No, it doesn't. Rachel, you're to stay in your cell until your court escort arrives. The rest of you, vamos. Come on, Scarpa.
Well, I guess we'd better say goodbye now, because I don't think you'll be coming back.
I wish everyone would stop saying that. I'm starting to believe it.
Oh, well, you'll be right. Just remember what I said. Go in there with the right attitude and you will romp it in.
Yeah, piece of cake. Well, if I do get off, what I'm trying to say is if I do
we
get off...
know what you're trying to say. We're going to miss you too. You're one of the nice ones.
Silly, isn't it? I was scared of you when I first came here.
I don't blame you. They're very dangerous characters.
No, you're not. Bunch of softies. I'm going to miss you very much.
Hiya.
Morning. You just arrived?
Yeah, I did. Why?
Oh, I'm after blood. I think we're going to have to make the night shift use paper cups from now on.
Oh, good one. I cleaned up after them yesterday. Anything special on today?
No, not really. Oh, Milsom's going to court, and we're going to move Baker in with Myra Desmond. Do you want to look after that?
Oh, do I have to?
Well, not if you don't want to.
Good, that's what I want. I don't want to. Not that I want to sound like a big girl or anything. It's just that one really gives me the creeps.
Well, you shouldn't believe everything you read in the papers.
It's got nothing to do with the papers. My big brother Bill, did I tell you he was a cop? Oh, yeah. Anyway, he was in on the arrest. And some of the things he told me, no kidding, it's enough to put you off your Wheaties for a week.
Well, don't. I don't think I want to know.
Okay, did you hear anything about Keane?
Well, she's had the operation, but she's not out of it yet. They've had to put her into intensive care.
Oh, boy, she must be really crook.
Looks like it.
Do you think Miss Ferguson did it?
I'm afraid there's only two people that can answer that question.
Oh, I don't know. You seem to have made your mind up about it.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Joan. If you heard the entire conversation, you'll know that that isn't what I said.
The question was asked. That's enough.
Of course it was asked. I mean, a very serious charge has been laid
Should
against
never
you.
have happened. How are we supposed to run this place if the prisoners can do that any time they feel like it?
Oh, for God's sake, Joan, the girl is fighting for her life. I hardly think she said it just for something to say.
I see. A deathbed confession, so it has to be true. Is that what you mean?
Of course not.
Keane claims that there were only two of us there. Now, how the hell am I supposed to defend myself?
It's your problem, Joan, not mine.
Stick your fingers.
I only wanted one piece.
No, but the third piece. Uncle Ray has been watching, hasn't he? Myra, be a treasure, get me some more sugar.
Brown or white?
Yeah, brown. And some cinnamon, too.
Well, I've finished that now. What do you want me to do?
Well, you can be Mrs. Clean and get rid of this apple peeling, if you like.
I can't. The bin's full.
Well, then empty it, Pat.
All right, don't get your wig wet.
Oh, don't be chicken.
Sorry, Auntie Ray.
Heavens, will you listen to me? I'm starting to sound like the Wicked Witch of the West. Go on, loud, we're getting behind.
You're saying it was the realization that the deceased Trevor Priest was not to be punished that caused your momentary breakdown.
Objection. Counsel is putting words into the witness's mouth.
Objection sustained.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Miss Milson, could you please tell us in your own words what instigated the accident causing Trevor Priest's death on the aforementioned date?
Yes. Well, he just walked out of the courthouse.
You mean the deceased Trevor Priest?
Yes. He just got off the charge of running down my father, and he was so smug. He killed Pop, and all he could think was that he didn't have to pay.
Your Honor, I don't see what reading minds has to do with this case.
Your Honor, I'm trying to establish the accused's state of mind immediately prior to the accident. Now, if my learned friend is not quite...
Thank you, Mr. Fuller. If we could continue. And Miss Milson, please stay with the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if you could tell the court exactly what happened after you got into the car.
But I don't remember. I told you that I don't remember. I just kept seeing my father dead and that man Priest smirking at me. He didn't care. Don't you understand that? That bastard killed my father and he didn't care.
What do you reckon,
Oh,
Jude?
for God's sake, will you give it a rest, Marlene?
Oh, come on, it'll be great fun. Fun me aching feet. Oh, you can pick really easy things like throwing frisbees or a yo-yo marathon, eh? What about that, eh?
Stinks. Why don't you shut your mouth for 5 minutes? That'd be a record.
Up your nose. Jeez, Jot, you knock everything.
Only because you talk a lot of garbage.
Pooh.
Right? Mrs. Baker, put her to work. Name's Bev. Not my idea of a good time. So, what do you reckon I should put my hand to?
Why don't you give Marlene over there a hand with the folding? I'm Judy.
Right, Judy. Marlene? Granny?
Her name's Dot. She doesn't like you calling her Granny.
Oh, right. Sorry, Dot, I didn't mean... Guess I'll have to work on my public relations, eh?
It's true you cut some guy up and
Marlene! Sorry, Bev. Marlene doesn't seem to realize we don't ask people why they're in here.
Doesn't worry me. Sure, I chopped him up. But the papers got it wrong on one point. Big codger he was. I couldn't get the head in. So I stashed it in the cupboard. The rats had a good feed.
Jeez, you must have hated a person a lot.
I didn't know him from Adam. You should see the looks on their faces. Stays there after they're dead. Funny, though. What's the matter, Marlene? So I blew it this time. Got caught. So what?
Yeah.
So, let's get to work, eh?
And so, ladies and gentlemen, what we have is not the devoted, adoring daughter outraged